Welcome to A Slow Boat Ride on the River, a calming audio experience crafted to gently guide you towards a peaceful night's sleep. If you find this story relaxing and enjoy the journey, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more soothing content. We'll begin with a short breathing guidance to help you settle into a state of ease. And if you prefer to start directly with the story, you can find the timestamps for each chapter in the description below. This is the story of Rowan's gentle journey down a quiet river in their small wooden boat, filled with the soft sounds of nature and simple, relaxing moments of reflection. Now, let's prepare for our journey. Find a comfortable position and allow your body to relax, letting go of any tension you may be holding. Make sure you feel supported and at ease, whether you're lying in bed or resting in your favorite chair. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, and bring your attention to your breath. Take a deep breath in, feeling the air fill your lungs completely, and then exhale gently, like a slow sigh of relief. With each breath, imagine you are gently rocking in a boat, drifting down a peaceful river. We'll breathe together now. Gently inhale through your nose, counting to 4. Feel the air softly entering your body. Hold the breath for a moment, then slowly exhale through your mouth, counting to 6. Imagine with each exhale, any tension or worries drifting away like leaves on the river's surface, carried gently downstream. As you inhale, envision the quiet flow of the river, the soft light on the water, and the lush green banks passing you by. With each exhale, release deeper into relaxation. If your mind begins to wander, that's perfectly okay. Simply acknowledge those thoughts, and like the soft passing of clouds in the sky, gently return your attention to the rhythm of your breath and the sound of my voice. Allow the gentle lapping of water and the whispering of leaves to soothe you. Know that there's nothing you need to do except listen and let the story and the gentle flow of the river carry you toward a place of ease. Now, let us begin our journey, a slow boat ride on the river, where soft rhythms will soothe your mind and invite you to rest. Chapter 1: The Launch. Rowan moved with a gentle purpose as they prepared Whisper for departure. The morning light was soft, painting the riverbank with gentle hues of peach and gold. They carefully checked the canvas covering the small storage area at the front of the boat, ensuring the small bundle of dry goods was safely tucked away. The worn canvas felt soft beneath their fingertips, and a sense of comfortable anticipation settled into their bones. They ran a hand along the smooth, dark wood of the boat's hull, feeling the familiar grain beneath their palm. The wood felt warm from the morning sun, a comforting sensation against their skin. Each movement was slow and deliberate, allowing Rowan to feel grounded in this moment of quiet preparation. The sound of the river was a constant, gentle murmur, a soft backdrop to the quiet sounds of their actions. The small metal clasps on the canvas clicked softly, a subtle, rhythmic sound that seemed to underscore the peaceful atmosphere. Rowan took a moment to listen to the soft splash of the small waves as they lapped gently against the riverbank, feeling a sense of deep connection with the water's gentle flow. They took slow, deep breaths, feeling the fresh morning air fill their lungs, a gentle invitation to ease and calm. The scent of damp earth and blooming wildflowers gently filled the air, carrying with it a natural grounding fragrance. They carefully stowed a woven basket filled with simple provisions. Ripe fruit rested on top, their skins glowing with gentle colors under the soft light. The soft texture of a hand-woven cloth protecting the bread and cheese offered a small visual of comfort and a familiar sensation against their hand. Rowan secured a small wooden box which held carefully selected books and a journal on the floor of the boat cabin, enjoying a moment of quiet anticipation for later reflection. They felt a gentle sense of readiness, a quiet acknowledgement of all that had brought them to this place. With a sense of gentle intention, Rowan loosened the mooring rope, allowing the bow of Whisper to drift slowly away from the bank. They moved with ease into the small cockpit and gently pushed the paddle into the water, feeling the soft resistance as it sliced through the surface. They felt the gentle tug of the river as it began to carry them, a comforting motion that signaled the start of their journey. The smooth, varnished wood of the paddle felt cool in their hand, a gentle contrast to the warm air. They took a deep, slow breath, feeling the gentle sway of the boat and allowing themselves to settle fully into the rhythm of the river. The boat moved with a smooth, effortless motion, each gentle push of the paddle feeling like a quiet meditation. The river's current was strong, carrying them along with a steady, reliable flow. Rowan gently adjusted the boat's direction, guiding it slowly towards the center of the river. The sun felt soft on their face, casting a warm golden glow over the water and the surrounding landscape. They noticed the gentle dance of sunlight on the river's surface, each ripple reflecting the morning light with a soft, shimmering quality. As Whisper drifted further from the shore, the sounds of the river became more pronounced. The gentle lapping of water against the hull was a constant, soothing melody. The soft rustling of leaves along the banks created a gentle rhythm, a peaceful symphony of nature. Rowan allowed their body to sink into the soft cushion, feeling the boat's gentle rocking motion, a comforting movement that seemed to carry away any lingering tension. Their focus was on feeling the quiet, a settling into calm. Rowan trailed a hand in the cool water, feeling the gentle flow against their fingertips. The water felt smooth, soft, and refreshing. They closed their eyes briefly, surrendering to the gentle sway of the boat, the sounds of the river, and the warmth of the sun on their skin. They focused their attention inward, feeling the gentle rise and fall of their breath, a reminder to be present in this moment of quiet ease. A feeling of gentle contentment began to fill them, a sense of peaceful anticipation for the journey ahead. They opened their eyes, and with the gentle current now fully carrying them, Rowan rested their paddle along the side of the boat and leaned back. They allowed the boat to drift freely now, their eyes closed, a gentle smile on their lips, the slow journey now fully underway. The feeling of deep peace settled in as they moved away from the bank, surrounded by the gentle flow of the river and the quiet promise of the natural world. Chapter 2. Sunlight on the Water. The sun climbed higher, its gentle light now bathing the river in a soft, warm glow. Rowan drifted with ease along the water, Whisper moving effortlessly with current. The air was still and calm, filled with the gentle hum of insects and the soft melodies of birdsong. Rowan's eyes followed the gentle dance of sunlight on the water's surface, the light shifting and shimmering in a constant, mesmerizing display. The reflections of trees and sky rippled and swayed, creating an ever-changing canvas of soft colors and gentle motion. A sense of quiet wonder settled over them as they took in the beauty of the morning. They reached for a ripe peach from their basket, feeling the soft, velvety skin beneath their fingertips. The scent of the fruit was sweet and fragrant, a gentle invitation to savor the moment. Rowan bit into the peach, the juice sweet and refreshing, a burst of flavor that seemed to awaken their senses with quiet pleasure. They closed their eyes, allowing the sweetness to linger, feeling a sense of simple joy wash over them. With a gentle sigh, they leaned back against the soft cushions, allowing the sun to warm their face and the soft sounds of nature to carry them along. The riverbanks slowly changed, passing from the sandy shores to the verdant green of the forest. Rowan watched as the trees passed them by, feeling the peaceful rhythm of the changing landscape. The leaves swayed gently in the light breeze, their edges catching the sunlight and casting a soft, dappled pattern on the water's surface. They felt drawn into the moment, simply observing the beauty of the natural world unfolding around them. The feeling of being held by the river grew stronger, a sense of gentle guidance and quiet surrender. They noticed a small flock of birds taking flight from the trees, their wings catching the light as they soared effortlessly into the sky. Their soft calls echoed gently across the water, adding to the peaceful melody of the morning. Rowan felt a gentle tug of connection with these creatures, a shared sense of freedom and ease. They trailed a hand in the cool water, feeling the gentle flow around their fingers, its smooth texture and coolness a gentle comfort. Rowan observed the subtle changes in the water's color, from the pale, translucent blue near the surface to the deeper, darker hues in the depths. They saw small fish darting through the reeds along the bank, their silver scales flashing in the sunlight. Each movement was subtle and delicate, a gentle reminder of the quiet life that flourished beneath the surface. The small details of the river's ecosystem filled them with a sense of wonder and awe. They breathed in, noticing the gentle fragrance of the blooming river flowers. They reached for a piece of the soft, whole-grain bread from the basket, feeling the gentle texture beneath their fingertips. The scent of the bread was comforting, a familiar aroma that filled them with warmth. They chewed slowly, savoring the simple taste of the bread and the quiet joy of the moment. They let their gaze drift to the sky, noticing the soft wisps of clouds drifting lazily by. The world felt calm and peaceful, a space of ease and tranquility. The gentle rhythm of the river continued to lull them into a state of deep relaxation. They closed their eyes for a moment, surrendering to the gentle rocking of the boat and the soft sounds of nature. They felt their body sinking deeper into the cushions, allowing the warmth of the sun to melt away any remaining tension. Their breath was slow and steady, each inhale and exhale a gentle reminder of the present moment. The feeling of peace was now pervasive, a quiet presence that settled gently within. Rowan gently opened their eyes, feeling refreshed and at ease. They noticed a small cove nestled along the riverbank. a peaceful haven surrounded by tall trees and lush greenery. The calm, stillness, and gentle peace pulled their attention, and they decided to move Whisper gently towards the quiet space, anticipating more peaceful moments to come. The feeling of gentle contentment and ease remained, a quiet reassurance of the journey's peaceful rhythm. Chapter 3. The Forest's Embrace. Rowan gently steered Whisper into the calm cove, allowing the boat to glide softly towards the bank. The shallow water rippled gently as they neared the shore, a peaceful sound that resonated with the quiet of the surrounding forest. They secured the boat to a sturdy tree root, the soft rope feeling familiar against their palms. A sense of gentle anticipation filled them as they stepped out onto the mossy bank. The ground felt soft and yielding beneath their feet, a comforting sensation that drew them into the forest's embrace. The air in the forest was cool and still, a welcome contrast to the sunlit river. The canopy overhead filtered the sunlight, casting a soft, dappled pattern on the forest floor. The scent of damp earth and pine needles filled the air, a grounding and refreshing fragrance that calmed their senses. Rowan began to walk slowly, moving along a narrow path that wound gently through the trees. Each step was slow and deliberate, allowing for the experience of the soft ground beneath. They felt the quiet magic of the forest surrounding them, a sense of peace and serenity settling gently into their bones. They noticed the intricate patterns of the leaves, each one unique and delicate, a small study in natural design. The soft moss that covered the rocks and tree trunks felt like velvet to the touch, a gentle invitation to slow down and feel the earth's embrace. They allowed their fingertips to move slowly, brushing gently against the soft greenery, enjoying the quiet sensation. The forest floor was a tapestry of greens, browns, and soft grays, a calming palette that offered a sense of tranquility and peace. They paused by a small patch of wildflowers, their colors soft and muted, a gentle burst of beauty amidst the green. Rowan bent down, inhaling the delicate fragrance of the blossoms, feeling a sense of joy at this small moment of connection. They carefully chose a few of the most beautiful blossoms and a few smooth stones, tucking them gently into the pocket of their soft linen tunic. They felt a sense of calm gratitude as they acknowledged the gifts the forest offered. The sounds of the forest were soft and gentle, the rustling of leaves, the distant call of a bird, the gentle murmur of a nearby stream. Rowan focused on the subtle melodies, each one contributing to the overall sense of peace and harmony. They felt their breath slow, their body relaxing as they moved further into the forest's embrace. The feeling of being held in a gentle, loving space grew stronger with each step. The gentle sense of slowing down brought a deeper interior awareness. They came upon a small clearing bathed in a soft light, a peaceful space that seemed to invite quiet contemplation. Rowan sat down on a smooth, moss-covered rock, allowing themselves to sink into the calm of the forest. The rock felt cool against their skin, a grounding sensation that connected them to the earth below. They closed their eyes for a moment, feeling the gentle breeze on their face and listening to the quiet symphony of nature. A feeling of deep peace settled over them, washing away any remaining tension. They opened their eyes, noticing the way the light filtered through the leaves, casting a soft, ethereal glow all around. They reached into their pocket, gently taking out the few stones and small blossoms they'd gathered, and placed them in a small pile on the rock. The small collection of beautiful things brought a small sense of inner joy and peace. They gently traced the shape of the stones and the delicate petals of the blossoms, feeling a sense of gratitude for the beauty that surrounded them. They let their gaze drift towards the sky, a soft blue framed by the branches of the trees. With a sense of gentle ease, Rowan stood up from the rock, feeling refreshed and at peace. They turned to walk back towards the boat, knowing that they would carry the quietude of the forest with them. The soft moss felt like a gentle carpet beneath their feet, each step bringing awareness to a deeper inner peace. The forest held them gently as they moved back to Whisper, the soft scent of damp earth lingering with a reminder of the peaceful embrace they experienced there. Chapter 4. The Evening's Gentle Hues. Rowan returned to Whisper, stepping gently back into the boat, feeling a sense of quiet contentment. The sun was beginning its slow descent, casting long shadows across the river and painting the sky with gentle hues of pink, lavender, and gold. The air had grown cooler, a refreshing change from the warmth of the afternoon sun. They untied the boat from the shore, feeling the soft rope sliding through their fingers, a gentle reminder of the journey's rhythm. They pushed off with a soft, slow motion and turned the boat downstream, allowing the river to carry them gently forward. As Whisper drifted along the river, the sky became a canvas of soft colors, a breathtaking display of nature's artistry. Rowan watched as the clouds slowly changed shape, their edges glowing with the warm light of the setting sun. The reflections on the water shimmered and danced, creating an ever-changing pattern of light and shadow. A sense of peace settled over them as they observed the gentle beauty of the twilight hour. The feeling of ease deepened with the slow, soft movement of the boat. They steered the boat towards a calm cove, a secluded space where the river widened into a small pool of still water. Rowan gently dropped anchor, feeling the reassuring weight of it as it settled on the riverbed. The boat moved softly in the gentle flow, a slow rocking motion that felt like a lullaby. They took a deep breath, noticing the quiet sounds of evening, the soft chirping of crickets, the gentle croaking of frogs, and the distant call of an owl. Each sound contributed to the peaceful atmosphere, creating a natural symphony of tranquility. They reached for their small stove and placed it gently on the boat's small, built-in table. The soft clink of metal was a gentle sound in the quiet of the evening. Rowan began to prepare a simple meal, their movements slow and deliberate, enjoying the quiet act of care. The aroma of simmering herbs and vegetables filled the air, a comforting scent that evoked a sense of warmth and home. They placed a soft cloth on the small table and found the small bowl and wooden spoon, and allowed themselves to take time with each small detail. They carefully spooned their meal into a bowl, feeling the gentle weight of the food, savoring the aroma. Rowan took a slow bite, allowing the warmth and flavor to fill their senses. The food was simple and nourishing, providing a sense of comfort and ease. They ate slowly, focusing on each bite, feeling the gentle warmth in their belly. As they ate, they watched the colors of the sunset slowly fade, the sky transitioning into a soft, dusky blue. They washed the bowl and spoon in the river water, the cool water a refreshing sensation on their hands. The soft lapping of the water against the boat was a gentle, soothing sound. Rowan used a soft cloth to dry their hands, enjoying the feel of the smooth cotton against their skin. They carefully placed the few items away in their designated spots, moving with intention and a sense of mindful order. The small tasks created a sense of routine and stability. They settled onto the boat's soft cushions, feeling the gentle rocking motion of the boat, and pulled a warm blanket around their shoulders, feeling the soft wool against their skin. The air was cool now, but the blanket provided a comforting warmth. They reached for their journal and a soft graphite pencil, their hand moving with ease across the smooth, creamy pages. They began to write, allowing their thoughts and feelings to flow freely and without judgment. They wrote slowly, feeling the gentle rhythm of the words flowing from their hand. Rowan made notes on the moments they found joy in, the things they'd noticed, and the feelings they'd felt that day. As the last light of the sun faded from the sky, the stars began to appear, twinkling softly in the darkening expanse. Rowan placed their journal down with gentle intention and moved to the deck of the boat to view the beauty of the night, feeling a sense of peace settling deeply within. The quiet of evening had arrived. Chapter 5. Starlight and Whispers. Rowan moved with a slow, deliberate grace onto the deck of Whisper, feeling the cool night air against their skin. The sky was a vast, dark expanse, filled with countless stars that twinkled like diamonds scattered across black velvet. The moon, a gentle crescent, cast a soft silvery light over the water, creating a peaceful and serene atmosphere. They settled onto the soft cushions on the deck, feeling the gentle rocking of the boat beneath them, a comforting sensation that invited relaxation. They pulled the warm blanket tighter around their shoulders, feeling the soft wool against their skin. They gazed up at the stars, feeling a sense of awe and wonder at the vastness of the night sky. The silence was deep and profound, broken only by the gentle lapping of water against the hull and the soft rustling on leaves along the shore. Rowan focused on the subtle sounds, allowing them to wash over them, creating a sense of peace and tranquility. The feeling of being held by the gentle embrace of the night was calming and reassuring. They closed their eyes for a moment, feeling the cool night air on their face and listening to the soft whispers of the wind. They allowed their thoughts to drift like the clouds passing gently across the sky. There was no need to analyze or hold on to anything, only a gentle acceptance of the quiet moments as they unfolded. The focus on their breathing created a sense of ease and calm. Each inhale and exhale a gentle rhythm that grounded them in the present. They opened their eyes, noticing the way the stars reflected on the still water of the cove. The reflections shimmered and danced, creating an ethereal and mesmerizing display. They felt a gentle tug of connection with the natural world, a sense of being part of something larger and more profound. The quiet beauty of the night filled them with a sense of peace and contentment. The feeling of stillness was now a deep interior experience. They felt a gentle breeze move across the surface of the water, a soft caress against their skin. It carried with it the scent of damp earth and distant wildflowers, a comforting fragrance that evoked a sense of peace and tranquility. They took a slow, deep breath, allowing the calming aromas to wash over them. They felt a deep connection to the earth and the world around them. The slow pace and subtle sounds were now a familiar and comfortable rhythm. They reached a hand over the side of the boat, feeling the cool water against their fingertips. The water was smooth and soft, a refreshing and soothing sensation. They moved their hands slowly, feeling the gentle flow of the river around their fingers, noticing the soft rippling motion. The feeling of being immersed in the present moment grew stronger. A sense of quiet joy and gratitude settled within. They stretched out on the cushions, feeling the soft support beneath their body, their head resting on a soft pillow, a gentle invitation to release deeper into relaxation. They allowed their body to sink into the gentle comfort, feeling the warmth of the blanket against their skin. The gentle rocking of the boat and the soft sounds of nature lulled them into a state of peaceful awareness. They surrendered to the stillness of the night, allowing themselves to drift. The gentle sounds of nature now a relaxing and inviting backdrop. They continued to gaze at the stars, allowing their mind to soften, releasing any remaining tension. The gentle light of the moon and stars seemed to guide them towards a deeper state of calm, a feeling of ease and tranquility that settled within. They felt their body growing heavy, their breath slow and steady, inviting a deep and restful sleep. The feeling of being held in a safe and peaceful space filled them with a deep sense of contentment. Chapter 6. The Flow of Peace. Rowan awoke with a gentle sense of calm, feeling refreshed and at peace. The first light of dawn was beginning to paint the sky with soft hues of pink and gold, a subtle and beautiful transition from the darkness of night. The air was cool and crisp, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and blooming wildflowers, a gentle and welcoming fragrance. They stretched their arms above their head, feeling the gentle release of any remaining tension in their body. The feeling of well-being was palpable as they sat up slowly. They looked out over the river, noticing the way the morning light shimmered on the water's surface, creating a tranquil and serene scene. The mist that hung over the water added a sense of mystery and quiet magic to the landscape. They felt a gentle pull towards the river, a sense of connection with its steady and reliable flow. They took a slow, deep breath, feeling the fresh morning air fill their lungs, a gentle invitation to embrace the new day. The feeling of ease was now a familiar and comforting presence. Rowan moved with gentle intention to the side of the boat, placing their feet slowly onto the deck. The wood felt cool beneath their bare feet, a refreshing sensation that grounded them in the present moment. They looked around, taking in the beauty of the surrounding landscape, the gentle colors of dawn painting the sky, and the trees that line the riverbanks. The quiet sounds of birdsong filled the air, creating a peaceful and harmonious symphony of nature. They paused to enjoy the quiet beauty that was everywhere around them. They moved to the small storage area and retrieved a soft woven cloth and a simple brush. They ran a hand slowly along the smooth, dark wood of the boat's hull, feeling the familiar grain beneath their palm, a reminder of the journey's rhythm. They began to gently brush the deck of the boat, removing any lingering dew and dust, feeling a sense of quiet satisfaction with the gentle act of care. They took the time to tend to the boat with ease and love. They moved slowly to the small cockpit and prepared a simple breakfast of fresh fruit and bread, the aroma filling the air with warmth and comfort. They ate slowly, savoring each bite, allowing the flavors to fill their senses. They felt a sense of gratitude for the nourishment and the beauty of the natural world that surrounded them. They felt a deep connection to the small acts of self-care and the simple abundance of the earth. They carefully stowed the remaining food and items away, moving with a sense of gentle order. They untied the boat from its moorings, feeling the soft rope slip through their hands, a familiar sensation that signaled the start of a new day's journey. They pushed off from the shore, allowing Whisper to drift gently into the river's current. The boat moved with ease, the water carrying them smoothly along. The sensation of effortless flow felt peaceful. Rowan settled back onto the soft cushions, allowing their body to relax. They placed their hands along their sides, their feet stretched out in front of them, and gently closed their eyes. They focused on their breath, feeling the gentle rise and fall of their chest, a rhythmic and soothing sensation. They allowed themselves to simply be, to exist in this moment of quiet peace and ease. They focused on their inner experience, the feeling of calm and centeredness. The gentle sounds of the river were now a familiar and comforting lullaby. They opened their eyes, feeling refreshed and at peace. The river flowed steadily onward, carrying them gently along with its quiet rhythm. Rowan allowed Whisper to drift freely, surrendering to the gentle flow, trusting the journey to unfold with grace and ease. They smiled, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for the peace they had found, the journey bringing them to a place of inner stillness and calm. The slow boat ride on the river had brought them a deeper awareness of the beauty and peace that was always available to them, the quiet flow now a part of their inner experience.